Hello everyone and welcome to Veterans In Crisis podcast. Today we're lucky enough to have two serving soldiers zooming in from London. We've got Jonathan Robson, but he likes to be called Bobby Robson, and John Dixon. These two lads, Coldstream Guards, and they're going to do something really special for Vix. They're going to attempt to run, I'm going to say attempt in case you didn't do it. They're going to attempt to run 300 miles in 30 days. Is that right, lads, in October?
That's right, yeah.
So, do you want to introduce who's who, just for the viewers at home? I know.
So I'm Bobby Robson, obviously from Sunderland myself, Hortonley Spring area.
I'm John. I'm also from Monk Weymouth area in Sunderland. I literally live round the corner from the Vix building itself.
Right, nice one, lads. So, if we start off with you doing the run, because, I mean, people not know this, but you just contacted us out the blue. I decided to raise money for us because you knew we needed the money to buy the building. So, do you want to explain how you came about that idea?
So, I think it was me. I just sat at home. I mean, there's a few of our lads done like challenges like that before. They've done like 100 miles in a month. And I just thought, tell you what, I know a charity that's in Sunderland, Vix. And I just fucking spoke to Bobby, asked him about it, and he said, yeah, let's do it. And so I think that's how we got started in the first place.
Yeah, I think originally we were sat at Scoff, and John was on about like he's wanting to do something like for charity for yourselves. And then I went back to my room, we were thinking about it. I think we were going to go for like 10k a day, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, let's make it 10 mile a day. We'll call it the October 300. We'll run 10 mile a day every day for 30 days, plus the London Marathon on the 4th of October. So we're going to run like 326.2 miles.
It's some gone, that, you know. Some gone, isn't it?
Oh, no, well.
He's a fit man. He'll be able to do that, no problem.
Yeah, well, we'll see halfway through the month when we start getting
I mean, it's all well and good. Like, I think we've been telling people, and I think only people who actually run know the enormity of the actual challenge, because obviously rest days, muscle fatigue.
Yeah.
And you're only supposed to really run 3 times a week, and we're on about running for 30 days straight, so, and 10 mile a day. So I think people don't actually realise that it's actually from like Sunderland to Southampton. So we'll see how it goes. We'll do it.
I've got every faith in you. Every faith in you. I'm glad I'm not doing it, like, to be honest. I was supposed to be doing the Amsterdam Marathon. I'm not a runner, but I had a serious back injury, and they said I wouldn't run again, so I started running just to basically prove them wrong. And then I did a 5k, 10k, then a half marathon, then the Great North Run, and then I thought, well, I'll just do a marathon now. But I never trained for any of them. But so I thought, well, I better start training for a marathon. COVID happened, and I thought I'll get cancelled. And then about a month ago, I got an email saying, oh, it's gone ahead. And I hadn't trained, and I was thinking, no way, like.
Oh.
Luckily, it's been cancelled now, like, so that gives us. I've just transferred it to next year, so I'll do it next year. But I need to train. I go running with the clients, but that's like 5k. You know, big difference with a marathon.
I seen that one was actually cancelled. Like I was on the London Marathon in Naples. Obviously, COVID happened, and then they were just holding it out, and then they sent us an email saying, well, you've got a definite place in next year's marathon. However, would you like to get a unique COVID medal, COVID t-shirt if you run the virtual one? So I was like, yeah, I'll run the virtual one. Signed up for it. And then we were talking about this. I completely forgot about the marathon. I was like, yeah, we'll do it in October. And then obviously we committed now. And then I was like, John, I've got the marathon on the 4th. And he was like, well, we'll both do it. I was like, oh, well, then there we go. It's just another thing that I didn't really know.
One in all in, innit?
Right, do you want to start off one of you at a time of obviously growing up in Sunderland and why you wanted to join the military?
Oh, John, do you want to go first?
Well, just about to leave school. Obviously, jobs are few and far in between these days. It was just my brother and one of my mates that were going to join the army. They went to the recruiting office first, and then the day after, I actually went down and followed them. And then that was back in 1998. So, and here I am now, platoon sergeant in Coldstream Guards.
So John's an actual, all John's brothers have been in the army. He's an identical twin. who's actually still serving in the Coldstream Guards as well. So anyone has him from
Hey, do you get away with stuff though? Do you get away with stuff? You can always blame your brother, can you?
Well, that's it. I think we've actually tried that once before. He wanted me to do a promotion course for him to promote after I'd already done it. I was having not a fucking chance, mate. See you there.
That's it. I was just thinking about getting away with guards and stuff like that, not a whole fucking Carter.
Oh no, no. He wasn't bothered so much about the guards. He just wanted to do a promotion course for. Nah, see you later, kid. I've just done it. I didn't want to do it again. Like,
So is he still a private now then?
No, he's same rank. He's in the motor platoon, in the Coldstream Guards as well.
We'll get him on someday, and didn't you just come on as well?
Oh, you're joking. He couldn't run. He couldn't run the fucking shops on.
And what about you, Bob?
I grew up in the Hetton area. Had a bit of a nightmare in school, if I'm honest. I got kicked out when I was younger, and then I decided, I want to make something myself. So I went to college, did mechanics. I then worked in Rye, Les Post 4-wheel drive. I worked there for a bit, but it became quite repetitive. I wanted a challenge, so I was like, what can I do? Went in the recruiting office, spoke to someone who was from the Coldstream Guards, who then showed us a video of 3 para jumping out of planes and skiing down mountains with guns. And we're like, that's the Coldstream Guards. That's what you want to do. Completely wasn't. Didn't have a clue you stood outside of Buckingham Palace until I rocked up in London. But yeah, been in tenure on the 19th of September, so in 5 days' time. And I love it, to a certain degree. But
just seeing where anything go jobs, wasn't it? I mean, one minute you like it, next minute you did it. It's a bit different with the army, because you kind of just leave, can you?
No,
sign off.
But it's definitely, especially obviously in the North East Sunderland, I think there's quite a lot of unemployment with the younger generation. I think it's such a good thing for them, even if they just sign up for 4 years, guaranteed wage for 4 years. They'll get education, driving licenses. So come out of 4 years, if they leave school, they'll still be 21.
That's what I did. I joined at 16 and left when I was 21. I got all them things like you said, and the reason, I'll be honest with you, the reason I left was that it was the rave scene, and the
new monkey and that.
I want to be taking it easy and enjoy myself. That's the basic reason I left. But you did give us all the skills that I've took through life. I mean, I'm 50 now, so all in that 5 years that I did, the things have travelled with us. So it is a good thing.
It does well set you up for life. It gives you life skills, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, there's not much things life can throw at you once you've been in the army, is there? That's gonna put you off your stride, isn't like. No. I mean, I see stuff every day. weren't I fixing there? You always think, well, if you've served in any of the forces, obviously the army's the best. Any of the forces, you've got them skills.
All right. The army's definitely the best. The RAF. The RAF were 50 minutes late this morning taking us over on guard.
Well, fucking butlers, man. The butlers never woke them up. That's why.
That's it, man. They didn't get the fucking wake-up call from the hotel room, did they?
That's it. Well, we torture them here, because we obviously, the majority of Vics is army, but we've got quite a lot of navy and very few RAF. But you love the banter, when you come up, when things get a little bit back to normal. We have a thing in the Gunners Club, a coffee morning. There's probably about 50 people used to go. The crack's brilliant, torturing everybody.
That's what me. My next door neighbour, not next door neighbour, but he lives a few doors up from me. He was in the Navy. He's got Navy stickers on the back of his car, and when it's dirty, I'm fucking writing Army Be the Best on it. You know what I mean?
It's good crack, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
The problem is the normal civilian doesn't get the old army crack though, do they? No. So you've got to be really careful. So when veterans and serving people get together, you can actually let loose. And
well, that's it. I mean, I'm the world's worst when I'm in meetings with the council and stuff. I'll see stuff and people just like, and I forget. I forget that I'm not with serving people or veterans, and I managed to, when I worked for a homeless charity, I managed to not swear when I was at work. And then as soon as I started working with veterans again, it was just constant.
It just comes by.
I've had to do that. So over the lockdown period, I've been volunteering for Sunderland Council, delivering like food and shopping and that. Do you know Eastern Lane Community Access Point?
Yeah, yeah.
I've been working for them over the lockdown rather than just sitting in my house and that. And I've had to learn to stop swearing, and obviously because it's the more elderly generation, to try and tone it back. But then you get some old vet who like you deliver food to, and obviously I was on ITV News, so he's seen us on the news and knew I was in the army. And absolutely shredding as he was, I was like, that's what it's about, isn't it?
It is, man. That's what people miss. Nobody misses getting shouted at. Nobody misses having to get up, get early, and go and running and stuff. But what you do miss is the crap what you have with people.
Miss the boys.
It's a camaraderie, isn't it? The crack you have with the blokes and that. It's just you can't get it anywhere else, can you?
You've been very PC there, and women. So, when you've joined up, we normally ask like, what's sort of been your favourite post and what's been the worst sort of stuff. I mean, obviously, because you're still serving, I don't want you to put yourself in any shit by seeing anything.
No. So I think my best time in the army was between 2012 and 2015 when I was a guardsman at the time. Pretty much all we were doing was pre-deployment training, and then we went Afghan in 2014. And I think them 3 years with all the training and then actually going out there doing your job and coming back, I think them were the best. Like, you were a proper soldier then, where a lot of it is obviously stand outside Buckingham Palace, but people don't realise that our first job is a frontline infantryman. Our first job is to go to operations, and we just do that when there's not much going on really. And obviously we bring in quite a lot of revenue for the UK through tourism.
Yeah. I couldn't be the on guard outside. I mean, I'm only small anyway, so. But on Buckingham Palace, when I see you standing there, I'm like, oh God.
Well, I've not stood there since 2012.
I'm about the same 2008. So
it's only the lowest rank what stands outside Buckingham Palace, so guardsman. The Lance Corporal posts them, and then I'm a Lance Sergeant, John's obviously a platoon sergeant. So we don't have to stagger on, we don't have to stand out there. So
that's a brilliant way. Like, neither one of your brother wanted you to do his Carter, innit? So you've got to do that. So what about you then?
Me, I've got a couple of good times actually. Like same one as Bobby. He would like the pre-deployment training, actually being deployed onto operations, and then it was between 2013 and 2017 when I was actually up at Catterick ITC teaching recruits. So I spent 4 years up at Catterick teaching recruits from basic, and that was probably I'd say that was probably the best time I've had. Yeah, most rewarding as well. Where you're taking a civilian, transforming them into a soldier. It's just so rewarding. Yeah.
I think the thing was, we don't actually get posted about as much as different regiments, because we have one battalion and an incremental company, which is what we're in 7 companies. So we're either permanently based in central London or permanently based in Windsor. We don't actually move around as such, because we're such an independent battalion with our own support company, our own musical support. We don't have to rely on anyone for anything. So our postings are always internal. So we just move around the battalion rather than move around location. Which obviously, when you're from the northeast, from Sunderland, obviously you're 300 miles away from home. But like John said there, you can go to ITC, Catterick, Harrogate. I know John's got a recruiting posting coming up in Doncaster. So it's not all doom and gloom, really, is it?
No. You still.
I took a couple of clients to ICT last Christmas for, when you have Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Like the RSM and stuff like that, right? They invite us down. The army's been really good to us, like, to be honest. I mean, I'm not just, I see the army just because I was in the army, but, everyone that I've asked for help's been good, like, and it's appreciated. It's appreciated because when you've served, for someone to take the time out to do stuff for you, it is a good thing, like. I mean, the people that been coming in the ARV were over the moon that years were doing this, serving soldiers for doing stuff for Vics. I mean, the people of Sunderland do stuff, and it's brilliant. But it's great that you down in London want to do something as well,
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, it was just a brainstorm. Really, I just was sitting there at home thinking, what the fuck can I do? And then all of a sudden, it just came to my head. Oh, hang on, Vic's. It's a charity local to me. It's round the corner. I'll see if I can.
It's obviously close because we're 7 soldiers. It's for veterans. It's close to it, and obviously with the suicide rate in veterans at the moment being probably at the highest it's been ever, veterans need help more than ever. And you deliver it. And what a better way for us to try and support you is by trying to raise some money for you so you can continue the amazing job you do.
Brilliant, man. Thanks. We actually about an hour ago we just won 4 awards. Just about an hour ago. They just so the voluntary sector in Sunderland. We got shortlisted for Volunteer of the Year for one of my volunteers. Influence of the Year was for me. Community Building was for the ERV. And Partnership was for VIX. And we won all 4. They just come about an hour ago. So, I'm really happy with that. It just shows you, there is a need for what we do. And but people appreciate it as well.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing, is the appreciation of the general public, really. I mean, nobody does, especially what you do, for someone to come up and be like, oh, well done, pat on the back. You do it because you want to do it and give back. But it's always nice for people to show that you appreciate it for what you do, even if it's probably not the most highest thing on your list. I suppose the most rewarding thing is actually seeing someone progress through the help you've given them.
It's brilliant, because the model, when I set Fix Up, because I only set it up on my own, the model was like, to work here, you'd have to be a client. So there's only me that hasn't here, it wasn't been a client. So then you would be a client, then a volunteer, then a paid staff.
Yeah.
And you work through, and it's something to work towards, but it's also, no one can ever say, well, you don't know what it's like, because everyone's been through it then.
Yes,
exactly.
You've also got to be from Sunderland as well, like, so
obviously.
that was me main priority. You had to be from Sunderland, like. Right, is there anything you want to get out there before I let you get away?
Not really.
No.
If I'm truthfully honest. I mean, there's a couple of things which, so I think there's something like O's going to do a story about it. They're going to contact with us. So I'm happy for us to wear a t-shirt and stuff with the pictures and stuff like that. And also the London District and everyone's been in contact, and they want to take some photos. So I'm happy for us with our t-shirts just to be spread all over the world, like.
And if you're still alive in November after running all that time, do you want to come back on?
Yeah, definitely we'll come back on. And
people look at you now, the way you are now, before you start running 10 mile a day for 30 days.
And then we'll be after.
Then you'll be asking us for small t-shirts then.
John was the one that wanted the medium ones, by the way, making it difficult.
What I'll do, I'll put the Just Given thing on the Facebook, so it'll be underneath this, so people can click on it. This'll, so what one today, Monday, this will be going out on Thursday at 12 on Facebook and YouTube. So if you share it and it gets shared about, the more people see it, the more money you get.
Yeah, that's it.
I think we've got what's
£340. I think I only set the page up
a few days ago,
a week ago.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant.
Not really
another month and a half as well. So
that's it.
We've not really publicised it yet to a certain degree, apart from me sharing it on Facebook. But hopefully, once everyone sees and it gets some running, people get behind us. I know quite a few people spoke to us and said that once it starts getting up and running, they're going to start wanting loads of money in. So hopefully we raise as much as possible for you.
Brilliant, man. And this will get shared on military sites as well, like on Facebook. So hopefully we'll be brilliant now. Right, well, thank you very much for taking part. Thanks for all your hard work as well, and obviously thanks for serving the country. All right?
Thanks,
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man.
Bye now.